But anyway, totally an awesome thing to say as I applied to Square Enix for their influencer position today. I doubt I'll get it, but hey, shoot your shot. But we'll drop a marker here for the YouTube. This is going to be Nier Replicant version 1.22, sponsored by Square Enix. Part number 4. We're going to continue to work on casual playthrough, as well as some speed tech. It looks like they may have thrown out another patch here. My FPS is looking like it's locking right around 60, but we'll see. There is actually new tech I wanted to test. Okay, let me test this, because if y'all are familiar with our friend Rod G, they were working on new, like, lift. Ooh, this timing's, like, super tight. VC time. Now, if only I could dash swing. Oh, wow, we can. One thing we have noticed that is different from the original game is the concept of side rolling, which was pretty much what we used to do before we could get the spear. It looks like it is impossible to side roll in this game. At least I haven't seen it. I haven't been able to do it. So it looks like movement might actually end up being a very Nier Automata-like dash swing. Although instead of with Nier Automata, it was dash heavy. This is looking like dash light. Yo, thank you very much for the follow. Brother Nier can't swim.
I'm covered in sand.
Take care before.
It is really, really nice knowing that this game is like literally entirely voice acted, though. For those of you that are unfamiliar with this game, this is actually what would be a sequel to one of like the joke endings of Drakengard 1. The sequel to Drakengard 3, I know, let me tell you about numbers. And then Drakengard 2 is completely unrelated. It just doesn't exist. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's weapon dependent, Wody, because that might be the other thing. No, the attacks look... Yo, what's up, Donald? I've been digging it. Yeah, dash heavy with Nameless Blade, which is what would probably be being used, is definitely slower. I think it might be different with like two-handed swords, but I have not gotten any yet. But it is really interesting to know that there is a lift. And it's literally right about the same timing as Nier Automata as well. It's like a within 5-frame window. Yo, get some rest, Dan. Super appreciated for the hangs. Like I said, if y'all didn't get a chance to give Waifu a follow, please do. He's a big-time homie of ours, West Coaster, does a lot of skateboarding, a lot of DMC, a lot of Resident Evil, although I'm pretty sure that's on a break. Left 4 Dead 2. I'm trying to think of what else. Dead Space, another cool series.
Piss off, book. You guys done or what?
They also have a banging YouTube, and I think they do some TikTok content as well if you're into that. For me, though, here is my Discord if you're into Final Fantasy and Nier stuff. YouTube covers all that stuff. And there's my Twitter if you want to watch me launch banger tweets calling Joe Rogan Oprah for dude bros on the daily, basically. That shit did numbers today.
What's going on?
Uh-oh. The prince is gone. This is one of the moments I have actually been waiting for. Like really hardcore within the game. I know, everyone likes to shit post to my replies. Between you and Fatman, I swear to God, anytime I post any sort of picture, it's like, clean your mirror. Why are you shitting in a box? Put some clothes on.
Why'd they make a bunch of
Your
rules
wife
that
lets you out of the
contradict each
house
other?
like this? Have you no decency?
Their system of laws. As
Outside.
outsiders, we have no say in...
This is a very important quote. Pay attention. This is their way and their system of laws. As outsiders, we have no say in it. Grimoire Vice is not a fan of xenophobia. Ho's mad.
That rule only forbids your people from entering the temple, right? So why not ask an outsider to save your prince?
We will save the prince.
Oh, and what luck. We just happen to have an outsider who can't...
Ho's
stop
mad.
meddling in the affairs of others right here.
Bruh.
I'm going to. Fira told me about Rule 1024. You know that one, right? Rule 1024. You must honor the request of any outsider owed a debt. That's how it goes, right, Fira?
Why did I ever agree to travel with such a pack of do-gooders?
The one thing I am really and continually been super impressed with is obviously this game was worked on during the pandemic, so all the voice lines here in this game were done like at home and not in a studio. I don't know how many of y'all, I'm sure like if you stream you understand part of it, like Waifu, Alfina, Sharky, like the amount of effort to just make a room sound good and isolate noise is difficult, but to get it to like a professional, this is going in a multi-million-dollar video game and you're doing it out of your house is very, very difficult, especially when you are not an engineer.
Leaving the girl behind.
Yeah, she'll be all right. It looks like the game is still still not frame cap locking me, which actually makes combat a little bit more difficult because I'm running at like 90 or 85 FPS. I mean, she hasn't said no. Yeah, it does, but they re-recorded all of it. Well, maybe not all of it, but some of it. All right, so here's the deal, Otter. I may have submitted it to like a cosplay company to see if they could actually like make it. I will probably get an answer back in a week, and then from there we'd kind of negotiate pricing and timing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did a good bit of it at home because the biggest issue is there's never been a an English voice actor for Brother Nier. And now they have two. And there are a lot of lines that needed to be redone anyway. Because, well, half of the game's dialogue didn't have voice acting. And it would probably be pretty jarring and pretty shitty compressed audio for like half of the game if they used the existing lines and then didn't, you know, had to re-record basically half the game with new lines. It'd be a pretty jarring experience because no one in Facade really talked, if I recall, except the king. So you'd have like all these dialogues with all these characters that are, even though it's not English, it's mainly just noise, up against like compressed like MP3 files from the PS3 era.
Beware the wolves.
I like the wolves. The wolves give me the good things. Yeah, that's the one thing I think that will really make this game a lot easier for people is
Stay close to the girl now. Blast, we've
oh,
lost
she's
Kyos.
right there. Yeah, there's a few little differences here and there. I wanted to grab that wolf tooth. But now that there's an accurate targeting, auto aim, and like lock-on system, the combat for this has gotten extremely easy. Like the biggest issue that a lot of people had was just like kind of how tanky the controls were for this, which I definitely get. Like we all know what that be like. Yeah, the game's super fluid. Don't get me wrong, like I'm still running this at like 80 FPS because I haven't up, you know, patched it via Nexus. Yep, Freya's here.
Fira sure is brave, isn't she?
For such a minuscule body.
Yeah, Freya apparently wants to lay in her house now. Those who don't know my ferret, that's Freya. She's really cute. She has her own camera. She has her own dedicated little following. It looks like she's doing a little bit of home renovation, flipping her cube and then pushing it. Yeah, there's a community patch already, but I'm just like kind of leaving the game untouched. One interesting thing that generally develops from higher frame rates than the game is supposed to actively run at is there's the potential to find like potential sequence breaks or breaks within the actual physical walls within the game. And hey, they may not work at 60 FPS, and they may be eventually passed out, but it is something that is at least to know of.
Stay close to the girl now.
Well, that's all on Kaine to take care of now. Oh, I definitely plan to run this.
This girl must
Also, I
possess
think with the
extreme
super high frame rate,
patriotism.
it's hilarious how Kaine chases me, giving me the old Naruto run. Like she's about to pile drive me into the dirt. And yes, I know half of chat is very excited about getting pile driven or stomped on by Kaine. Yes, I get it. The other handy thing is being able to use magic while you're attacking. Was not something you could do earlier. I also realized I missed Don's comment. Don, what did you say? Because it's completely gone now. Something about how well it performs to the original. Is it a key, Fira? Ugh. Look, I know that chat is down bad. I know y'all all down bad. Anyway, I was waiting exactly for this. Not the most fun part of the game, but one of my favorite songs from the OST. If y'all think Nier Automata had a great soundtrack, I really advise you to check this one out. It has some verified, certified Hood Classic bangers.
What was that supposed to mean?
It means no jumping.
Sorry, what now?
Guess we have to play by the rules.
Yeah, we did. We ended the first stream with that, I think. The Devil Apopola bar quest. Oh, it's so worth it. What did I see? Bring. Some of the side quests in this game are rough.
What a bother.
I wonder what this prince is like.
The man is tasked to protect his people, and yet he's made them toil to save him. I think that tells us everything we need to know. That he is an incompetent fool.
Did I just hear someone?
Yeah, in a way. Yo, Pharaoh. Hi, howdy, friend. What's going on with you? You working on some 13 tonight? Sharky, can we give our good friend of the 13 community, Das Pharaoh, a shout out?
Where
Por
did
favor.
you come from, boy?
Wait, seriously? But you're just a kid.
Final Fantasy 13. Well, welcome in, Raiders. I'm Kyos. We're working our way through Near Replicant, doing a little bit of speed testing, some lore diving, and playthrough / review.
Well, that was unusual.
Come on, we have to help him.
Or we could simply pretend we didn't see him.
Easy. Yeah, we'll just pretend that didn't happen.
I hate being covered in sand.
Oops.
Yes, do try harder not to fall
Ooh,
in
all
into
missions? Yeah, that's a
space
rough
between
one.
my
I do not
pages
expect you to
feels
be awake or
crunchy.
cognizant. Get some rest. Congratulations on hopefully finishing a run. Proud of you.
Your inability to swim. Are you mad?
It was a joke, Vice. Sheesh.
Sheesh. I'm a VTuber.
God damn it! This
No
shit's
magic.
starting to piss me off.
Nope, nope, no magic.
What in the... Oh, are you fucking kidding me? Let me go. Let me... I'm gonna kill you when I get out of here.
I assume we'll have to find her as well.
Yep.
Yep. Oh, tell me about it. It's so difficult sometimes. Auto sprint off. Forgive me, I'm awful at this. Damn it. Fuck. Oh. No, that didn't work. I know. Dumb streamer. All right. Bonk. Dude, I'm waiting for Chris Messi's books to open back up. But I gotta tell you, his rates are insane. Work is really good, but those rates be insane. Dude, that's so weird, Poot. Brutal. This is mainly just me being dumb. You getting a tattoo on the back of your head? What's it gonna say? Push here? Press here. Press here for service. There you go. Get it, homie. Wow, game, really? That's a mood, homie. That's a mood. I'm an idiot. I am testing a few things at least. Yeah, I just have like my forearm to finish up, to be honest. Get myself some Cowboy Bebop stuff. No guarding, no magic. Easy. I think this one is no dodge, no attack. Ease peas. It's weird the camera stays locked and upon entrance of the room. Interesting to know.
This madcap barrage of rules shows no signs of slowing.
Easy, Vice. We need quiet or we're gonna mess this up again.
These masked folks certainly enjoy their bizarre customs.
I wonder what drove them to make such complicated rules.
Yeah, the music for Temple of the Drifting Sands is so good. And the puzzles, they ain't so bad either. What? Nah, whatever.
I'm covered in sand.
Take care before all your health is lost.
I'm just trying to find fast movement now.
I'm covered in sand.
Take care before all your health is lost.
Woohoo! ¿Qué pasa, más? ¿Está bien? Es uno que... mi videojuego favorito es muy perfecto. Y es nuevo. Y es de Square Enix. Square Enix was cool enough to sponsor this copy of Near Replicant for me, and I appreciate that. This game is out on Steam, Xbox, PlayStation 4. Yep, if you have a PS5, it'll work.
Let's go.
Yep, throw it right in. I'm pretty sure it works on PS5. Yeah. Even though this is technically a PS4 game, it's a hell of a game. I don't think I can do that without spear. One of the things that may have broken this game apart, potentially on PS3 or Xbox, was the ability to shortcut that door over there, which was previously, it's locked until you do all the trials, but you can get down here and it is possible to get over the bridge, but it basically soft locks right here. Hey, those are they restore health now. Dope. Alright, time to fight a boss.
Well, this doesn't look suspicious at all.
Ah, darn it. At least I offered a new category.
I suppose that was to be expected.
Hey, look.
I hope you're doing well tonight, high spirits. You're here? Hey. Sometimes it's all you need to be. Meeting next week or in 2 weeks? Or is it 3 weeks? God, this boss is gonna be so much easier now.
It's about time.
Like, ridiculously. This boss used to be an absolute nightmare. A few weeks? Okay.
What is this thing?
I'll make sure that I have set aside adequate and appropriate time.
I I detect magic within the glowing cubes.
All right. Imagine not taking damage in this boss.
Mindless.
Big Chungus.
Curious sight indeed.
Says the talking book.
This is a powerful foe.
Correct.
There you are, you bastard!
Kaine!
I'm gonna kill the shit out of you! Now hold still and die already!
Naughty language.
Ah!
Basically me when I don't do sponsored content or marathon runs.
How did you find us?
Beats me. I just kicked a bunch of ass and wound up here.
And without even bothering to get dressed.
Too much Hades
Fuck
for
off,
one night.
book.
Kaine, the glowing cubes take priority.
Screw your priorities! I'm gonna kill this thing my way!
Something like that. This is Big Cubus boy. Oh, word? You on a Hades break? Yo, what's up, Devins? Long time no see.
This should prove interesting.
Oh, wow. This is literally a cakewalk now. Yoko Taro, well, that man loves his puzzles, I tell you. Right in the head and ass. Yeah, playing video games with your homies is fun sometimes. The secret is that it's actually Deadmau5's cube. Heck yeah, homie's got his mask back. Yes, that's actually in the original game. That face when Zelda reference.
カイラムユリズサラとオタチカイザムセとペルア
カイザムデサラとユウトシアトとウサトチウレシグツグコスキサオサラエオシエテキッタ
This kid's stepping up to the plate, though.
カイザンアサキカイサラトアヤーリアトルルタタ
カイラム
オステキルタチエクグギリスアガイウカ
I love when I find my mask.
カイ
Roo!
ザムアチエテスレそれでカイザムチタレリ
Uh-huh.
チロンテクカイラムカイザムユリ
ウラコトサラタインタベルアトカイザムセテゴレトルヨーリ
Oh, no, that's all right.
No, I don't actually have anything. I just felt like helping. Good Samaritan.
統合
I want a pony.
I believe the Regent has just given us an order.
I guess so. In that case, how about you make Rule 0? And have it say that if people don't like a rule, they can vote to change it.
A splendid
Nah.
idea.
Horrible.
ヨーリサロ
エルパチスチタ
See, now we have destroyed their society.
ルトスオンジワクレタイ
We live in a society.
ペルアトとタトだアンダサンキトシチテ
Give me a pony. Give me your hat. I like your hat. Give me your hat.
エオカイザムサラトアシエテキッタコスキウカエテスレタだ
It's a sword.
Thanks. But I think most of your praise belongs to someone else.
ゲワタタ
Aw, cute.
Do you know how to cure the Black Scrawl?
No.
そうすんよラ
So, even a king couldn't recover from it.
Correct.
あテツシキタトだ
It seems there is no way around it. We'll have to collect the sealed verses after all.
Yeah, I guess we will.
ミンカレキソト
We came across an old song that says if we find them all, we can cure the Black Scrawl.
And
Yeah,
yes,
sure.
we're well aware that refrains penned by minstrels half in their cups are hardly a reliable source of information.
Sir, I am a child. Bless, Baba.
Hey, I'll believe anything if there's even a sliver of hope it could help
Yes.
me save Yona. And I'll collect verses, orbs, crystals, magic goat meat, whatever.
Oh, heck yeah, magic goat meat. Goat is delicious, by the way. Tough to find good pieces, but it's always good in a curry.
Ah, あとたあこちしてすれたいさそんどとだちときて
Of course.
Yeah, I'll be your friend, bro.
Just try not to get yourself kidnapped again.
I'll allow it. I'd much rather it be... Yeah, I'd rather the apple pie be the accent of the dish, not the main piece.
たくんとうちたく
I'm worried about Yona. Let's go back.
アルテルチ来たぜ
I don't think I've had cabritos. I don't even think there's a thing here. I hope y'all knew you could skip that.
アルテルアーチ来たぜ。
Very heavy. Go taco, birria. I mean, I'm a big fan of lengua. Lengua is delicious, by the way. If you've never had beef tongue, fabulous. If you are of the meat-eating variety, try beef tongue. Yeah, low and slow. Low and slow, so it's almost impossible to overcook. Yeah. Barbacoa is a lot to put together, for sure. Yeah. Or if you have a recipe, throw it at me. Don't forget, we have a cooking stream coming up on Saturday. So, if you have not voted in the Discord, please vote in the Discord.
I suppose rules are rules, even if they are absurd.
I don't think they're absurd.
Oh,
Those rules are important to the masked people.
you don't say.
I do. And I think it's important we respect that.
Well, the boy is beginning to sound like a man.
Boy, I'm not a kid, you know.
Uh-huh.
Hey, less talking, more walking.
Okay, I'll see if I can dig one up. Yo, pumpernickel is great. I think it's definitely an underused bread. But the thing is, it's very rare that you'll, you know, I think it's best served for cases like that where there's some serious flavor going on and you just need something that can handle that. Foie gras is really good. I actually use that when I make banh mi. A little bit of foie gras, some foie gras to spice it all up a little bit. It's also a textural thing. It really helps and contrasts nicely against the pickled veggies. Is foie gras banned? Yeah, I mean that's what I use, liver pate. But is like specifically foie gras banned? I guess probably for like health reasons or animal rights reasons. Huh. Yeah, because I too had to get like a liver pate. It was a liver pate with aspic. I was waiting and praying that closed caption bot would fix that. And before, oh, dude said, yeah. Yep, I believe so. Oh man, what happened? Oh. Did my stuff die? Because I didn't... Son of a gun. I guess I have to log in every day. Oh dear. I ain't gonna waste my seeds.
Yona,
Oh,
It's Yona.
how are you feeling?
better. Now that I'm taking the medicine you brought.
Good.
By the way, are you gonna stay here today?
You bet.
Really? You'll stay with me? Really?
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't leave Kaine outside of town like a wild animal.
Yeah, Yona, I'll stay.
Yay!
Now get back to bed.
I love Thai food. Hella underrated. I don't think so. His hair is silver, his skin is pale, and he stares up at me with hard, glassy eyes. Soon his lips begin to move, but no sound comes out. What is he saying? I can't hear him. I can't hear him. Oh, I love good tea, dog. We spend a good bit of our food budget on tea. I try to leave, but something about the boy holds my gaze. I watch his face, expressionless, as his lips slowly flutter. What is he trying to say? In food, I'll take a look. Wait, it's a phrase? I can almost make it out. It starts with an S, and then there's an E. I can almost see it now. The letters begin to fall together, one after the other, faster and faster. Sealed verse. It's a sealed verse. I love licorice. The thing I'm looking for. It's the key to saving my sister. I stare at the boy with renewed ferocity, trying desperately to make out his next word. Dream. Dream? What dream? What the hell does that mean? We talking about that loser that clogs up my Twitter feed all the time? One that cheated at Minecraft? Get him out of here. Lemongrass pork. Lemongrass, also underutilized as a flavor. Lips move again, faster now. I can't follow them. Damn it, I can't make it out. I want to scream. I want to tear the walls down around me, but instead I force myself to be calm. I can do this. I can do it for Yona. Slowly, ever so slowly, I parse out the letters that make up his final words. Forest of Myth. Yeah, well, his fans suck. Period.
Just a dream. Even in my dreams, I'm hunting sealed verses.
Haha, it's so funny. Dude on YouTube, haha, so funny. I hate it. I literally want to rip out the trending section. Like, if anyone knows how to prevent Dream or Minecraft from showing up in my trending section on Twitter, I will pay you serious sums of money. Ugh. I'm just like tired of having to report trending stuff as spammy and it's like related to video games. It's really not. It's not great content.
Morning, Yona.
What's wrong? Are you feeling sick too?
No, I had a strange dream.
I'm not gonna lie, my least favorite area in this game is the Forest of Myth.
It's nothing. Don't worry about it.
'Cause I had a dream too.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Me and this boy were playing a game together.
Look, don't get me wrong. We all want the numbers. But like, I want to create quality content while I do it. As opposed to just like doing relatively nothing.
What kind of game?
It was called Guess the Words. I think he made it up because I never heard of it before.
How did it work?
I love having a strong community.
Boy would move his mouth,
Even if the
and
community is like 90% lurkers.
I had to guess what
Like,
he was trying to say.
having a strong backbone and cohesiveness is so nice. It's like a little support group.
We had to play his dumb
Yeah, a
game
little safety
instead.
net, you know?
So what did he say?
I
I don't know. All I could figure out was dream and forest of myth. But don't worry. I'm gonna study hard so that next time I can figure out everything.
I don't mind the junkyard at all.
We should play a game together sometime too.
Sure, Yona.
Hey! Yeah, 15 was brutal to us tonight.
Hey, Yona,
I have
got
not seen
ingredients.
runs go that bad in a very long time.
Yay!
We couldn't even get past parking the car in chapter 3.
Yona, wait.
Yeah, it was really bad.
Be sure to cut the meat into small pieces.
Come on, I never forget that.
Uh-huh. Sure, Yona.
This smells hideous. She boiled it so long it's like one big pot of slurry.
Eat up, okay?
Sure, Yona. It looks...
Damn, dude. Are you really gonna do that to your sick baby sister? You're not just gonna shut up and eat it?
Yona's not gonna be the only one here who's sick.
Say, next time you go out,
Sure, Yona. What do you need?
a melon.
A melon?
Okay, I can go grow one.
Don't forget the melon.
I will not forget the melon. I'll grow one for you, Yona. Anyway, I guess
Something troubling
one
you?
sec here.
It's nothing. Don't worry about it. Come on, I need to go ask Popola something.
He's looking for an anti-diarrheal from after Yona's meal. At this point, I'm just gonna get up and stretch a sec and remind you that this was sponsored by Square Enix. Near Replicant version 1.22, available on all the consoles and the PC right now, except the Switch. But yeah, got it. If you haven't played it, if you haven't looked into the Nier series, Nier Replicant, Nier Dragon, or Nier Automata, great game. Super thank you, Square Enix. Like, this is hands down one of my like all-time favorite series. Other Kyo, you missed some of the worst attempts. I was just telling Reliant, I did not make it out of the first 55 minutes of the run tonight. It was awful. We got Ignis picked through a tractor. I did not get a single clean Bloodhorn that didn't lose me more than 15 seconds. I got the tunnel encounter in chapter 3. I electrocuted Core every time. It's okay. We call him Yoko. Anyway, I'm gonna go stretch really quick. But I hope you're having a terrific night, other Kyo. If we have any mods in the chat, can we get a shout out for other Kyo? If not, I'll do it when I Ugh. It's been tired. It's okay. To be honest, I don't think I've ever PB'd when someone else has chosen the splits. That's okay though. We'll give it another shot tomorrow. Not every night can be a winner. Not every run can be a banger. so that lift can be delayed, even at 76, 80 FPS, it looks like. Yeah, we're always tired. I actually was really productive today. Both in my personal content and my work life, so that was pretty good. I just gotta study some more before bed.
What's up, Popola?
Oh, hi. I just got a strange letter in the mail.
Is it from the mayor of the area? No. Well, it looks like we're going to the Forest of Myths.
The mayor of a small village in the Forest of Myth. It's a wooded area up north.
The Forest of Myth?
They're usually a bright and cheerful group of people.
Oh boy.
Something like this is fake.
Basically, I'm gonna have to do a lot of reading.
I have a bad feeling about this.
I'll check it out.
You will?
Hey, thank you for the multiple follows.
Don't worry about
Bless
it. I
Bubba.
got business there anyway.
No, you're not dying, you're just allergic.
Well, all right. Thank you.
I'm surprised you're still up, Akai. What's going on? All right, time to meet up with Kaine again. And it's also time for some boar riding, perhaps. There she is. A beautiful lady. What? What? That scarring on her butt? Yep. Woman. Alright, whatever. Oh yeah, boar riding at 85 FPS. I got some berries. Welcome to the Forest of Myth.
It sure is quiet here.
Such silence bodes ill. There's trouble on the way. I'm certain of it.
You know, a little optimism now and then wouldn't hurt, Vice.
Such cheek.
All right. Not my favorite quest line.
Beware the words.
Okay.
What do you mean?
Contagious words. Those who dream.
Those who dream?
Hold a moment. There is a strange new sensation in my mind. It is not quizzical.
What's going on?
Perhaps we should start by asking this man.
Who are you?
We heard something happened to this village, so we came to see if we could help.
If you can speak to me, I must have caught you in my dream.
In your dream?
In my dreams! In the past weeks, a mysterious disease called the Death Dream had spread across the Forest of Myth. Those who caught it were cursed to fall asleep and live forever within the world of their own dreams. The village mayor had determined the Death Dream was spread from person to person by spoken words, but before he could learn more, the disease took him as well.
Now see here. Are you saying that we have been absorbed into your dream?
Well, yes,
I think you have.
you have.
In other words, we've caught the death dream?
Yep, you dying now. Rip. Cool game though, right?
Ridiculous. Preposterous. Completely unfathomable on every conceivable
Do books
level.
sleep?
I don't even recall falling asleep.
That's just how the death dream works.
My remarks are not to be brushed aside, fool.
Something there must have caused you to enter my dream. A certain conversation, a specific word, something.
Grimoire Vice does not engage in
Meaningless conversations.
It does not seem to sting my pride, you bloated gasbag of a narrator.
I'm so glad they added these voiced lines.
I was doing no such thing. Just leave me alone already.
Wait, did someone just say contagion? Yes, I believe so. What of it? Well, that villager told us to watch out for contagious words, right? The mayor leaned forward with renewed interest, pushing a startled Vice aside in the process. He must have said something, right? Asked the mayor. Some specific combination of words? What was it? It was about dreaming, or something that dreamed. What the hell was it? A sheep! Cried Weiss, suddenly blurting out the first thing that popped into his head. The others stared at him for a moment before slowly shaking their heads. After a few more minutes of thought, Waluigi's face suddenly lit up. I remember, he said. Those who dream. That's what he said, I'm sure of it. At this, the mayor produced a thick sheaf of papers from his pocket. He flipped through them a few times before finally nodding his approval at Waluigi. Wah! That sounds right, he said, as a stray sheet of paper fluttered to the ground. My notes also mentioned something about that. I bet it was the last thing you heard before you fell asleep. The mayor shook his head, his worn pencil stub tracing lines across a lone piece of paper. For the last month, I've done nothing but study the disease we call the Death Dream, he said. I mean, I'm the mayor, right? It's my job to protect people from whatever comes along. But I never expected a couple of outsiders to start entering people's dreams. The mayor paused, a grimace crossing his face. I should probably be taking notes or something. Weiss immediately fired back. I applaud the force of will it takes to research a disease in your dreams, he said. But perhaps we should bend your efforts to escape in this place instead of trying to understand it. The mayor's hand tightened around his pencil, snapping off the tip. I've tried to escape. From the very first moment I realized I was locked inside my own dream, I've been looking for a way out. But I don't think it exists. Freya, what are you doing? Bubba, what is your daughter doing? Renovating again. I mean, this is my dream, right? If there was an exit, I'd know about it. He paused for a moment, his unfocused eyes staring at nothing. Big mood. My village was beautiful, he said to no one in particular, and it was filled with the most wonderful people you could ever hope to meet. But once this disease took hold, things changed. It's like someone took a sponge and soaked all the color out of our lives. I just want us to be whole again. I want us to be free. And I won't stop trying until it happens. Waluigi nodded in agreement. Wait a second? I didn't nod. Look, if we can be of any help, said Waluigi, just ask. Now hold on, I did not just say that. Silence! Cried Weiss. The grimoire looked from Waluigi to the mayor and back again, his face filling with confidence. Grimoire Weiss's face is always confident, thank you very much. Now see here, Mayor. You told us that nothing can exist in this dream without your knowing it. But yet you seemed surprised to see us when we first arrived, yes? The mayor slowly raised his head, realization dawning on his face. Oh my god, he said, you're right. I had no idea you were coming. The human imagination is a limitless engine, said Weiss, and dreams are the fuel. You can imagine an exit, then it must be so. With your permission, we shall search it out. Thank you, said the mayor. I don't know how I can repay you. Payment is not required. We are as eager as you are to be done with this place. The mayor suddenly felt as if he could breathe again. He'd almost forgotten what it was like. Good luck, you two, he called at the departing forms of Waluigi and Weiss. We're all counting on you. As Waluigi slowly faded into the misty forest, the mayor was struck by a sense of deja vu. I saw this man once before, Ethan. But where? Waluigi's mood darkened as he trudged through the forest. Hours earlier, when the beauty of the place was still a new thing, he'd be confident they could get in, find the exit, and be home in time for dinner. But the deeper they went, the more the forest closed in, and the mist made it difficult to see more than a foot in any direction, and moss-covered rocks seemed determined to twist his ankle. More than once, he'd been forced to steady himself on the rough bark of a tree. His hand now left small trails of blood on everything he touched. Additionally, Weiss was proving to be a spectacularly poor traveling companion. Unhindered by either terrain or physical effort, he spent most of his time urging out Waluigi to pick up the pace and grumbling about their slow progress. What a dick. Finally, after Weiss muttered something about legless turtles being more adept at navigating the environment, Waluigi snapped. Okay, Weiss, cram it for a second, would you? You don't have to walk. Waluigi leaned against a tree and tried to stretch the knots from his back. How can this stupid forest be so big? He muttered to himself, clearly not knowing that America or the United States was a thing, or anywhere else that's a forest. The moment the words tumbled out of his mouth, a cacophony of insects sprang to life. Every imaginable form of buzz, click, and hiss roared out at a volume that rattled his teeth. Waluigi slapped his hand over his ears and screamed to be heard. Weiss, what is going on? Waluigi could see Weiss's mouth moving, but he may as well have been shouting in a tornado. The insects screamed, the forest howled, and then just as Waluigi's ears seemed ready to tear from his head and go running for cover, the sound diminished. Hesitantly, he removed the hand from his left ear and listened to the creatures of the woods. Alright. As the insect symphony dimmed another decibel, Waluigi began to detect a pattern in the sound. This isn't random, he thought. It's not just white noise, it's something else. The insects weren't just calling out, they were asking a question. 1 with it is lacking, 2 with it is ideal, 3 with it is dangerous. What is it? By my pages, is this a riddle? I guess so. I mean, it feels sort of forced, but maybe it's the key to getting out of this place. Then I leave it to you to answer. 1 with it is lacking, 2 with it is ideal, 3 with it dangerous. What is it? It's a seesaw. Something that's ideal with 2 people, but dangerous with 3. No, it's a seesaw. Weiss's mouth flew open, but before he could say anything, the world suddenly shifted. More animal insect noise. I don't know, it's probably my microphone setup, but I've actually been working on projecting my voice and reading properly. A lot of it just honestly has just been focusing on the fact that I am doing sponsored content and I want to do more sponsored content and work with companies. And this is actually like my marathon narration voice. If I slow down to talk at this pace, I have to think about the words that I'm saying so I can form them better and not say things like fuck, shit, piss, asshole whenever I want to actually make a statement. When Waluigi came to, he was once again surrounded by the sound of insects. The cries of the insects were creating words. Words he had heard somewhere before. By the way, the music in the background doesn't just loop, it actually changes very slowly over time as we get through certain parts of this text dialogue. Now y'all know I've been taking 2 breaks to go to the bathroom and get tea. This is like a lot of reading. It's like reading out loud a chapter of a really long book. 1 with it is lacking. 2 with it is ideal. 3 with it is dangerous. What is it? So what happened there is we gave the wrong answer, so we'll go back around. The answer is actually a secret. Inwardly furious that Weiss left the task to him, Waluigi sighed and gave the only answer that made sense. It's a secret. Right? The sound of the insects stopped as suddenly as it began. The forest undergrowth parted before Waluigi like a rippling wave, opening a new path. These forest arthropods are making a road for us, said Weiss with glee. Pleased at passing the test, Waluigi moved on with new intensity. The path offered his body relief from the undergrowth, but gave even greater cheer to his mind. As long as they were on a path, their journey had a purpose. I guess the forest has accepted us, huh? Said Waluigi after a bit. Weiss spun around to face his companion. Do not mistake the will of the forest for some happy pet you can suddenly befriend. We have no idea where this path leads. As Weiss finished speaking, the pair turned a corner and found themselves facing a clear forest spring. Smiling, Waluigi picked up a small rock and sent it skipping across the surface of the water. Good heavens, said Weiss. His surprise was understandable. Each time the rock struck the surface of the water, a musical note rang out. When the rock finally stopped moving and sank to the bottom of the spring, the ripples it left behind came together to form words. Emphasis of the English language gets better when you understand a second language. Trust me. What time do we have? 12:06. Okay, I can probably get through the rest of this reading. I should probably actually tag this as ASMR. Twitch's favorite speedrun Catboy reads you a bedtime story. I'll post it on like Patreon or something. Don't get me wrong, I'd love to do something like this. I just like, I don't know where to start. Yes, the riddles. I enter through the window, but break no glass. When night falls, I vanish. What am I? Absurdly easy, barked Weiss. Now answer it. Waluigi grit his teeth and tried not to reach out and strangle his companion. He's right, after all. This one is pretty easy. I enter through the window, but break no glass. When night falls, I vanish. What am I? Easy one. Sunlight. Sunlight! A plume of water suddenly burst from the spring. Sunlight filtered through the trees and reflected off the plume, creating a shimmering rainbow that spanned the entire horizon. In all my years, said Weiss softly, I have never seen such a sight. Perhaps I have misunderstood the intentions of this place. Hey, look, cried Waluigi, awakening Weiss from his daze. There's a house or something over there. Glancing in the direction of his friend's extended hand, Weiss saw a small cottage nestled along the trees. Well, that's weird, isn't it, Weiss? I mean, who would build a house all the way out here? Waluigi walked over and pounded on the door. After a minute of solid banging, the door cracked open and a small man peered out. His body was cloaked from neck to toe in a large black cape, while his face was obscured by mist. Began Waluigi. But before he could get any further, the cloaked man held up a hand and began speaking. I have 4 legs in the morning, and 2 at noon, but end the night with 3. What am I? Yo, have a good night, Akai. Get yourself some rest, dude. Thanks for staying up late. Waluigi tried to ask the cloaked man who he was and what he was doing there, but he simply repeated the question. If we wish to engage this man in conversation, said Weiss, it seems we must answer his riddle. Yeah, I suppose, said Waluigi. Well, at least it's an easy one. I have 4 legs in the morning, and 2 at noon, but end the night with 3. What am I? Drunk? No, a man. The mist dissolved from the cloaked figure as he spoke a single word. Correct. With that, the man flung his garment aside, revealing his true identity. You're the mayor! Cried Waluigi. The mayor is the best! Said the weird dude standing outside of the Shinya training thing. The small man shook his head, rather. Maybe both. Why not both? I am not the mayor you know. Now listen to my words. Long ago, I saw a version of you that was not yourself. Sorry? What's that mean? It will make sense in time. At present, I simply congratulate you on cracking the seal of the Death Dream. Now you must go to the person at the forest entrance. With that, the man turned on his heel and slammed the door behind him. As Waluigi watched, mist seeped up from the ground and enveloped the cottage, erasing it from existence. When Waluigi and Weiss returned to the forest entrance, they found the mayor leaning against a tree. As soon as he caught sight of the duo, he sprang to his feet and scrambled over to them. Good gravy, he cried. You made it. You actually made it back. His left hand grasped Waluigi's and pumped it so fiercely it threatened to dislodge from the socket, while his right seized Weiss by the cover and swung him through the air. God, by the heavens, stop shaking me, fool. We have not even told you if we were successful or not. The mayor smiled broadly and shook his head. I'm just happy you're alive. Just didn't think I'd ever see you again. Waluigi withdrew himself from the mayor's eager handshake with a slight smile. We broke the Death Dream seal, he said. At least I think we did. The mayor's face beamed as Waluigi filled him in on the details. And when the tale was done, the three of them laid down on the forest ground and fell asleep. Waluigi cocked his head. Okay, hang on a second. This is crazy. Why would we just lay down and go to sleep? Cease your endless prattle and go to sleep, fool. Fighting against the rules of this place is futility itself. Waluigi and the mayor obediently reclined atop the grassy earth. Have you forgotten, continued Weiss? It is words that control the Death Dream, words that allow us to move from place to place. No matter how unnatural they seem, the words are absolute. Therefore, if the words tell us to sleep, then sleep we shall. And once we do, the story will continue. With that, the trio found their eyes growing heavy, their breathing slowing. This is the first time, began the mayor. The first time I've felt tired since I was imprisoned here. His words were cut off by a loud, long yawn, and he remembered nothing more. They may have slept for an hour or a year. When they awoke, things had a slightly more real quality to them. The mist felt thicker, the leaves greener. It was clear that they had awakened from their dream. Waluigi shook the mayor's shoulder gently. Good news, he said. I think we made it. Oh, wow, said the mayor in an odd voice. Wow. We did it. I'm back. He blinked once and then again, as if not quite believing the sight before him. You two have no idea how much this means. The Death Dream was spreading through our village, and I wanted to, well, I thought I could figure out how to stop it. But I guess that wasn't the case. I must have caught the disease and become trapped in my own dream. The mayor started to stand, then collapsed back to earth. He stared at his legs as if trying to remember how they worked, then glanced at Waluigi and shrugged. Without a word, the young man reached down and pulled the mayor to his feet. Real life may take some getting used to, said the mayor, as a wry smile crossed his lips. You shall relearn in short order, I am sure, said Weiss. For now, you should return to your home and rest. No, said the mayor, swaying on his unsteady feet. No, I can't. Some of the villagers are still trapped in the Death Dream. I have to save them. The mayor slowly made his way to the divine tree in the center of the village and then bowed his head and prayed silently. This is a holy tree, he explained when the prayer was finished. It's the guardian of our village's history and memories. Superstition will only make your mission harder, muttered Weiss. We should not put our faith in the gods. The mayor shook his head. Not the gods, the words. Legend says that our tree is home to a powerful magic known as a sealed verse.
Waluigi and Weiss could not contain their surprise. It seemed a goal had been found in the most unexpected of places. I say, muttered Weiss, this is certainly a stroke of luck, as Kyos complained that his voice was getting very tired from reading this goddamn script. Dear Square Enix, please hire me to voice act. As the three of them said their goodbyes, Waluigi mentioned the strange man who had given them the third riddle, and the mysterious words he had left with them. I once saw a version of you that was not yourself, muttered the mayor. What in the world does that mean? Lost in thought, he stared into space for a long moment. You know, he said softly, this is going to sound odd, but I had a feeling I'd seen you before too. Waluigi tried to keep a straight face and failed, but the mayor didn't seem to notice. Deja vu, right? Anyway, I figure it's just some kind of illusion created by the Death Dream. It probably doesn't mean anything. Waluigi gave the mayor a nod and a smile, but inwardly his thoughts were racing. There's something wrong about the mayor and his words. And what exactly is going on here? That riddle would prove to me the most difficult one of all.
Oh, thank you so much.
Whew! All right, we did it. There you go. There's your whole ASMR voice acting bit.
Now I can finally return to
Don't
a
expect
normal
that to
life.
happen every time. But this game is a special
One
exception.
of the most bizarre diseases I have ever encountered.
Andor, what do you can't use a cell phone. What are you doing?
I know. That's why we have to help
Oh.
the other villagers, no matter what.
For a sealed verse, that didn't take much effort.
Whew.
Yes.
Yeah,
Touch
you
too easy.
you want sure, Waluigi, sure.
It's
You weren't the one
almost
having to
someone's guidance
read
from
everyone's
space.
lines. Jesus.
Don't overthink it, Weiss.
Much better.
This person must.
It would appear.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, no. All right, what time is it? I can probably knock one of these out.
This person.
It
Okay.
Can't say I'm very excited to go back there. That dream world sort of creeps me out.
Perhaps you should spend less time complaining.
Youngblood,
more
what are you
time
still
getting
doing
on with
awake?
the mission.
Yeah.
I breathe air scented with death and resist the urge to laugh. For I know it will sound like the words of a madman. How long have I been in this fresh hell? My box, my prison, is tucked beneath a stairway in a long unused catacomb of some infinite castle. Outside I hear the sounds of a funeral dirge that plays without end. Light has no place here. Wind is a forgotten friend. I pray for death to come, but he forsakes me. Yo, good luck with your Hans, brother. An eternity slips by in a single tick of the clock. Someone knocks on my prison. Anyone there? I hear an unfamiliar voice say. My savior. I claw at the door of my jail, embedding thick splinters under my ragged nails. I scream for help. I laugh. I sob. Surely this is the product of my addled mind. Surely it cannot be true. Help me, I cry for help. For the love of all gods, help me. Impossibly, I hear the sound of a lock being torn out and falling to the floor. As the door slowly creaks open, I have just enough time to see a silver-haired boy in a floating book before the light pours inside. My eyes, accustomed to the blackness, explode with pain and I'm forced to turn away. Who are you? I ask, shaking hands covering my face. How have you come to this place? I am Grimoire Weiss, and this is Waluigi. Wah! Long have we been searching for you. Now come, stand. We shall awaken from this nightmare together. The one known as Waluigi extends his hand and pulls me from the cell. Though my eyes are slow to adjust to freedom, my ears are keen as ever, and they recognize the staccato sounds of heavy rain. I never thought to hear that again, I whisper. Would that this were not such a terrible storm, said Grimoire Weiss. Look at your feet. I force my eyes open and see water pooling around my ankles, lapping at my shins. There's so much of it. Yes, and more comes each moment we delay. If we do not make good on our escape, we shall all drown in this castle. We know you are weak, but you are our only hope to survive this place. Time that long-forgotten friend made itself known again. I nodded my head, swore to save my rescuers, no matter the cost. The castle catacombs are a maze, twisting themselves like an endless entrails of a giant. Corpses. I face a mountain of corpses, charred and crumbling corpses. I look from it to the beds and back again until the horror dawns full upon me. Someone has piled these bodies into a tower and set them ablaze. Whether they are alive or dead, I do not know. And sanity will not permit me to consider the proposition further. I make a sound, whether a scream or laughter, I cannot be certain. Then my mind grants me merciful blackness, and I find myself opening the door and leaving that most terrible of rooms. I squint down the dim corridors and proceed east. North. East. At the end of the path, I find myself in a great hall with only the sounds of rain for comfort. The waterlogged red carpet swishes beneath my feet as I approach the center of the room. Once there, I behold a beautiful dining table upon which rest china and silver of the finest construction, as well as the remains of a fantastic feast. As my eyes continue to adjust, I see many chairs surrounding the table, each holding a dinner guest. Noticing movement, I approach the chair at the table's head, but as the truth of the matter dawns on me, I recoil in horror. The host of the feast is a corpse, as are all the invited guests. An army of foul, wriggling insects has made homes in their remains. And this is the moment I saw. This one splendid feast was now nothing more than a requiem for the damned. I take a moment to steady my shaking hands and slowly back away from the table. Desperate to lose sight of the abomination before me, my gaze lands upon the chairs upon which the dead were seated. This is a mistake, for the chairs prove to be even more terrible than the feast itself. Each one is covered in a layer of spikes that runs from the seat up the back, down the arms. This explains the color of the carpet beneath my feet. I can only pray that the unfortunate diners were dead before the meal began. Or if not, it is a simple task to envision the agonized screams that must have sprung forth from their mouths. My mind grasps frantically at the possibility that these souls had committed some terrible crime for which this was their punishment. Though in truth, I suspect they had committed no crime at all. There would be no tomorrow for those unfortunates. This was their last supper. North. Against all hope, we make it to the front door. "Break it down," someone cries, so I give myself to the effort. In tandem with Waluigi and Grimoire of Ice, I slam my body against the thick, sturdy door. On the third try, it gives way and we find ourselves sprawled on the ground outside the castle. The storm is in retreat. The clouds above us are still dark and foreboding, but to the west I can see a thin shimmer of sunlight trying to break through. "How can I thank you?" I cry as tears of joy rain on my cheeks. "I would have surely died in there." Looking down, I suddenly notice that my dress is in tatters and sheepishly try and cover my exposed skin. "Your dress?" asks Wise. "Then you are a woman, madam?" "I am." "Yo, what's up, Tanaka?" I proffer the two a smile. I suppose that comes something of a surprise, seeing as how I exist only in the form of words. I can see that the one known as Waluigi is disappointed that the torn dress will be given no further description, but he hides it well. Like the forming... You know what? I'll leave that one. With a nod and a shrug, the three of us set forth our awakening. But behind us, an awakening of another kind is taking place. Black smoke fills the abandoned castle, providing the countless damned souls inside with their final shroud. After a moment, the castle's windows shatter with a mighty roar. A fresh breeze blows through the hallways and corridors, clearing the smoke away for good. As we watch in awe, uncountable black shadows slowly flicker to life, crossing to and fro in front of the broken windows. The castle's dead have awakened to their new life, as shade.
Do you have anything to say about that?
Hopefully there will be no labyrinth next time.
Woo!
I hear that.
What's going on tonight, Tanaka?
And another
Even
All right, I'm not gonna voice act this one. Sorry.
those what?
Perhaps they are some manner of mirage.
Good old City of Art. This one's kind of ridiculous. And she's still renovating.
That was rough.
So, a little background on this area, if you're unfamiliar with the lore
Okay,
of
that's enough.
Gestalt, those
Okay,
dreams were based
there.
on
Now
what
all
would
the
technically
villagers
be
can
one of the
wake up,
endings of Drakengard. The residual, actual, real world.
If the mayor's assumption was
That might be a little bit of a spoiler, but if you don't understand, we'll get to that once we start hitting the endings of this game. But it's literally a lifetime
You're
ago.
telling me.
What's up, Smokes? All right, that is all the villagers capped.
Oh, how wonderful. Thank you so
I got
much.
you, Mr. Mayor.
Here, I have something for you.
It's a sword.
Wow, this looks valuable. I can really have it?
Of course. It's apparently a weapon of some renown, but we have little use for it.
Well, we...
Thank you again.
Like what? Like their cameras before? Yeah, their cameras are pretty alright. I've personally been more of a Canon fan for years. Well, we did it.
So how was the village?
Oh, it was truly magnificent.
Shut the fuck up, Weiss.
Really.
You can change the cover photo.
Neat.
Apparently, yeah, I
Let's
never
get back
check
to
fucking
Puebla.
Facebook.
She'll probably want to know what's going
Oh man, there are shades in the daylight. I know, but they out in the daylight. That's not where shades belong. All right, what we're gonna do... that's cool, I guess. All right. It is 12:29. I'm gonna hightail it back town. I don't know. Do you specifically need photos of Pokemon? I guess. All right, but it is currently 12:30. I'm gonna call it a night here. Super shoutouts for the big raids from Waifu and Das Pharaoh. This has been Nier Automata version 1.22, etc., etc., which was gifted to us by Square Enix. It is available currently on the Steam, on the PlayStation, on the Xbox. Has been part 4. We'll continue this at hopefully sometime later this week.